Good evening, good morning, and good night. Welcome to Inappropriate Radio. It's your host, Tasha. Let's get into this. So, hi guys. I hope all is well. All right. I hope you guys are doing good. Happy Friday. All right. Hope y'all are ready to wrap this summer up and get into these fall activities, okay? No periodic table. No alien talk tonight. All right. However, the creator can do with the message. First of all, this is definitely one of those topics that is applicable to me and my situation as well. So I'm not going to be projecting, but I will be sharing with you some of the things that I am dealing with and that I'm witnessing other people deal with. Okay. These spirits are going to be pulling people out of character. Okay, it's going to be spirits that are going to, and I'm not talking about like an argument or a fight or anything like that. I mean, placing behaviors on you, around you, and in you that are not normal for you or to you. Things that you are not usually doing, things you don't usually care for. These spirits are going to be resting and weighing down on you. Now, think about this for a second, okay? The scenarios in which you're going to be placed in, right? And start drumming up all this odd behavior. Pay attention to that, okay? And it's usually something that can land you in big trouble, okay? It's something that takes you away from your current reality, okay? It's something that puts you, okay, at the odds of your usual self, meaning it is an opposing behavior of your usual self. It is at odds with who you are as a person, okay? And you'll know if this is a spirit attacking you, if it is a behavior or a thought or an idea that reminds you or can connect you with anything or anyone or any place from your past, okay? That's like the telltale sign. So if, and for some people it will be fighting, okay? It will be anger and things like that, especially if it's something that you've never dealt with. And we've had conversations about spirits pushing us to do things that we used to do, right? Or putting us in situations that we've grown from. And these are essentially tests that the Creator allows us to go through simply because He wants to show His glory and His mercy. And He wants to also show the relationship between you all, okay? This is slightly different. This is one of those scenarios where you are going to be encouraged by this spirit to do things that you usually just never really been interested in doing, okay? And it doesn't have to be anything in particular, but if you can connect this thought, idea, or behavior to a place that is very low vibrational, right? Whether the idea of the place being low vibrational or you doing it leading you to a low vibrational place, right? These are the things that are going to be revealed to you, to inform you, hey, this might not be the best thing for you to be doing, okay? We've had a lot of different scenarios where we actually encourage people to kind of just follow their inner star. But see, the thing is, this particular spirit is hovering over your inner star. It's hovering over your instincts, right? It's hovering over your ability. Now, of course, right from wrong. That's the good thing about the Creator building in this, innate system within all of us. We just have these innate understandings of things that are related to life, and they guide us. They allow us to make smart decisions, okay? This is a spirit that is very familiar with you. So I'm going to assume that if you are struggling with the spirit that is trying to encourage you to do things that you've never done, then you have gone through a vortex. Someone has placed something in your midst, okay, that is causing you to have these thoughts or these feelings or ideas or whatever it is, all right? Be aware, be conscious, have the understanding that, okay, this is not what I usually do. And even though this feels like I can probably get away with this, even though it seems like a good idea, I know that doing this is going to put me in a position of not only compromise with the Creator, not only the compromise with my spirit guides and my spirit team, but it's also going to set me back. Okay? You don't have to be afraid, you don't have to be fearful or embarrassed or anything like that to do this. This is just you being in your own energy, minding your business, and then this spirit hovering over you. This spirit wasn't necessarily sent, okay? These spirits aren't necessarily sent right now. These are spirits that are latching onto you by being around certain people. Or coming into contact, right? Because you don't have to necessarily be around people that have spirits that would rather prefer you than, their original host, right? In other words, you don't have to be around the person with this spirit to get it. You don't have to necessarily be hanging out with them. You could just be walking, down the street, and this type of spirit, okay, will just jump onto you because you have some sort of door open. And I would like to add that if this spirit did just jump on you in passing, or if you hug somebody, or if you're sitting next to someone, if you're eating and drinking around them, because that is one of the main ways to have a spirit latch on and attach itself to you, is when you are eating and drinking around people. A lot of people aren't aware of that, but that's spirituality 101, okay? This is why they tell us not to eat everyone's food. It's not because they're dirty. It's not because they may poison you or put blood in it, but because food and alcohol, not just alcohol, but drinks, when you are consuming, it is a direct correlation between you and your spirit team, particularly your ancestors. You are vulnerable, and it is very intimate. Food is an intimate thing. It's something that you do in intimate settings with people that you have intimate relationships with. And when I say intimacy, I mean closeness. It doesn't have to be your lover, okay? It could just be someone that you have close proximity with, all right? So keep that in mind the next time you're out, or if you feel uncomfortable. If you're going to start eating, really try to just be in a space where you are spiritually safe and secure. Okay? That's very important. Also, this little compromise that we have is going to stick around for a while. I know what I'm going to do to get rid of the spirit for me. You have to starve the spirit and deprive it. But the thing is, you are going to constantly be put in situations where you'll have to entertain the spirit until you just shut it down and send it back to wherever it belongs. Okay? You don't have to send the spirit back to where it came from, because you don't know where the spirit came from. And you don't know if it came from a place that's going to make it stronger. So you want to go, meaning, if this spirit was on a person that utilizes this spirit knowingly, right, the spirit can grow in strength and then come right back to you. But if you cast the spirit out and send it back to where it's supposed to be, then it's going to more than likely go into the ethers where it was formed. or where it was spawned out of, okay? That's very important for us to like bear in mind, because these types of spirits are looking forward to hanging around and causing trouble. See, that's the thing. Like, it's one thing for a spirit to come and take whatever it needs to take from you, and then it like goes about its own business, right? That's one thing. But if you are like this spirit that is just not you are like, but if there is a spirit that's just like hanging out, it's like jumping from person to person in the entire household. It's possessing your animals. It's possessing your clothes and your items, and it's going to your job. It's like stalking you. This is that type of ordeal. Okay, so this is why you want to cast it out and send it to where it belongs and not to where it came from, because the entity or the vessel that it came from could have asked for it to be released, and the creator could be giving this spirit to you so you can handle it. Okay, so that's like the main issue with this type of spirit. You have to be careful when you're denouncing it, and if you are going to dance with it, aka battle with this spirit, then you have to know not the origin. Yeah, the origin too, but you have to know the purpose of this spirit in your life before you cast it down, we don't cast every spirit down. We just cast out, and it goes to where it's supposed to go. And if it's supposed to go down, then you want to hopefully make it go down. Like me, I have a spirit on me, and it's like trying to force me to do shit that I shouldn't be doing. And again, this could just simply come from you being around the wrong person, or it could be a person that does know you, okay? And they are attempting to flood your auric field with this spirit and all spirits that are connected to it. So remember yesterday was it yesterday or the day before? How we talked about, these spirits having spawns and things like that. Like, this is not even like a spawn. This spirit, all spirits are spawns of some demonic entity or energy or larger, heavier, more dense spirit. But this type of spirit is mainly just based on the connections that it's going to cause you to make with other people. Or, and in my case, the spirit is not causing me to make connections with people, but it's trying to lead me in a backward motion. Okay, it's trying to put me in a space where it's just not good. Now, like I said, this particular spirit right now that we're talking about, these spirits are not necessarily sent out. They are sometimes jumping from person to person. You have to have some type of familiarity with that person that is jumping from, number one. In some unique cases, the original host is aware of this spirit, and they just want to latch it on to anyone because they want to get rid of it. And then they see you. If you are familiar with that person enough and know them for carrying that spirit, then, or if they know you for being open and suggestive of certain spirits, then this is the threshold where the spirit gets to latch on to you. Okay, it's not even like, it is an attack essentially, but it's more so an opening. Okay, it's more so this spirit trying to find a way to be like all up on you. Okay, so yeah, like, just be careful, be mindful that you are in control of these spirits. Do the right thing. That's just the overall premise. Okay, if you're doing what you innately know to be the right thing, then you won't really have any issues. Okay, the spirit will have no choice. But even if you want to just release it and not even battle the spirit so it won't go on to anyone else, that's cool too. All right, but I'm going to end it here. I do love you all. I hope you guys are drinking your water eating your fruit and vegetables, and sipping on your own tea because it's free. And I hope y'all enjoy y'all weekend. All right, love y'all. Peace.